Welcome to the Mouthpiece. We're here at the Bellagio Hotel. WPT main event. It's almost over. They're down to 10. We're going to talk about the action. We're going to talk also about, I recently filmed Poker After Dark. I had quite success. I'm not allowed to talk about it. It was very fun to do. They also filmed a little bit of NBC Cash Game. I wasn't in it, but I don't know what kind of show it's going to be. We're going to talk about my health issues, which are now resolved. We're going to talk about Poker Savvy Plus. That's right. That's what it's all about, Poker Savvy Plus. That's my videos. We're also going to talk about anything else. Coming up next on the Mouthpiece. We're back here, Bellagio. That's where we're at. And we're here at the WPT Championship. There's approximately 10 players left as we film this segment. And yours truly, superstar himself, my favorite All-American poker player, Gus Hansen, has a dominating chip lead. Is he still the idiot I say he is, ladies and gentlemen? You tell me. Yes, he still is. If you watch all the updates, he has put his money in, huge chunks of money in, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 favorite every hand. The deck has smashed him every which way with every bad call, and he's on his way to winning the WPT Championship and a 5th WPT title, and people are going to say that he is the greatest of all. Okay? To the day I die, he's a fucking idiot until I see different and you look at all the updates, and anybody out there goes to cardplayer.com and reads the updates of how Gus busted these people. You'll understand why I feel the way I feel. But good luck to Gus. He is actually one of my good friends who I always pull for, even though I think the way I do. Also, we have my good friend David Chu, who's sitting in second place. I actually talked to David yesterday. I talked to him today. He blew up a couple times and hit a couple miracles. He's sitting comfortably with $5 million. Nobody understands. Back in 2000, 2001, when we and him dominated poker, he was the best player in the world all around. I would like nothing more than to see him win, and I got a good feeling that it's a possibility he's going to win this thing because it just seems fate could be on his side. He has hit 2 miraculous miracles to stay alive, and both times after I've literally called him and asked him if he had truly lost his mind, and he laughed at me and said yes, and promised me he wouldn't make another move again until today, and he made another move, and he caught another miracle, or he got beat with it, bounced back, caught a miracle against Gus with King Jack versus Ace Jack, hitting the king, and now he's got second in chips. And he told me he's not going to make another mistake, and he hasn't yet. So we're going to pull for David Chu. There's a bunch of other people left. Good luck to them all. God bless them all. And let's go to our next subject. Our next subject is Lizzie Harrison. She's no longer our subject. Anyhow, our next subject we're going to talk about is we recently filmed NBC Poker After Dark, which I was in 3 episodes, and also there was the new NBC Poker After Dark Cash Game, which will probably be replacing High Stakes Poker this year. As far as the Poker After Darks go, I could say that I played extremely well in 2 out of the 3, had some good results. I can't say that I won, I can't say that I lost. I'm happy the way I played, and you guys know how I run. So, I'll leave it up in the air to you when you watch it, and it's going to be some exciting poker. Okay, well, that's been going on, and after that went on, I had an operation. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. After 7 years and 2 more years of pain, I have had my gallbladder removed, finally. Does anybody want to see? There they are. My stitches. Hello. Yep. Almost done. Healing up. No gallbladder. I can actually eat whatever I want right now. I used to be able to not eat anything. Whenever I went and ate things, I would just be in excruciating pain. Now, all that's fixed. And that is making me be a happier, feeling better person. So, health-wise, I'm good. NBC, Poker After Dark is filmed. We're here at the Bellagio Championship, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Excuse me, I need a little bit of water. We're talking about Poker Savvy Plus. That's me. That's the website. Card Player Pro, powered by Poker Savvy Plus. That's www.pokersavvyplus.com. Mike The Mouth videos. I am doing videos. I am doing horse videos. I'm doing every videos. You can really learn a lot if you want to learn how to play horse. I'm actually doing a big segment on horse, which we're actually doing a 1-hour segment on every single different game, on how to play every single game, which is going to be out real shortly. And you're going to see some incredible play and some incredible bad play. And my teaching videos are a lot different than a lot of people's out there. I've been pretty much working hard on not playing. A lot of people are playing like mold type tables and just flipping their mouse from hand to hand to hand to hand and showing them their hand and stuff. You know, they're not really teaching much. You know, I'm in there. I'm teaching. You know, why this guy misplayed this hand, what he should have done here, how I would have played it, why you shouldn't have played it, and you're going to learn a lot. Poker Savvy Plus. It's $24.95 a month, 7-day download for free. I promise you, it'll be the best investment you ever made. So, going on with the Mouthpiece and what's going on. Our hand of the week is here, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by FullTiltPoker.com. It is my main place to play, and that is my main thing to do. It's also brought to you by Poker Savvy Plus, like I said. Hand of the week. It's Hands of the Week. Only because I promised my friend Gavin Griffin, the Triple Crown winner, that I'd give him the hand of the week. And this hand comes up after I already tried to bluff this gentleman in the middle who was 100% the only live spot on day one of the WPT Championship. He was the only one that had even a chance to give away chips. When I pulled a perfect bluff that nobody in the world would ever even think of calling after I hadn't played a hand in 2.5 hours and this guy called and everybody looked around, it was everybody pretty sure that this guy was unbluffable. So, Gavin Griffin's hand of the week as he raises in the cutoff. Mr. Unbluffable calls in the big blind. The flop comes 6-6-7 with 2 spades. This nice unbluffable sir in the middle checks. Gavin Griffin bets. This nice gentleman calls. The turn card comes a 10. 6-6-7-10, in which this gentleman led right on out, Mr. Unbluffable. Gavin Griffin raised them 10,000. You got to remember, we're talking about only at the 1-200 with an ante. So it's only $400 a round, and he just raised them 10,000, Mr. Gavin Griffin. And which this gentleman called hello, 6-6-7-10. The blank came a river queen. Mr. Unbluffable checked. Gavin Griffin at this time bet 15,000, and which time we all looked at each other like, wow. And Mr. Unbluffable says to him after 3 minutes of studying, well, if you got tens full, I guess you just got it. And called 15,000, and Mr. Unbluffable, and at which time Gavin Griffin knuckles the table and says, ace high. Ace high. We all start looking at each other, kind of laughing. Gentleman, Mr. Unbluffable, turns over the 8-9 suited for a made straight on the turn, in which he told Gavin Griffin what he had when he check call led the turn. And that is our goofball blow-up hand number 1 of the week. Kudos to Triple Crown winner Gavin Griffin, my good friend, for the dumbest play I've seen in a long time. Hand number 2 goes to online poker, where my friend Jake's Z101 is playing, and this happens in the Hold'em round of 500,000 Hold'em, in which player number 1 raises under the gun, player number 2 calls, Jake's calls in a big line with the Queen 9 off, which Jake's is a Queen 9 off type of player, and we are playing 5-handed, and so what the hell, he's looking for the flop. The flop come, Queen 7-3. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it, Queen 7-3. That is Jake Z101 versus John. We call him Johnny Cash Idiot. It's Johnny Cash, I think 12, more like Johnny Cash, cash for everybody at the table. So the raiser bets the flop of Queen 7-3. Johnny C. Cash raises the raiser. This is limit hold'em, by the way. At which time, our boy Jake's with the Queen 9 on the Queen 7-3, 3-bets it. The under the gun raiser folds, and which time our hero Jake's, or our hero Johnny Cash calls. The turn card comes in ace, and which time Jake's bets out. Our hero Johnny Cash 12 calls. The river card comes a deuce, so it's deuce, 3, 7, Queen, ace, and Jake's bet out again, and our hero Johnny Cash called, and ladies and gentlemen, our hero Johnny Cash turned over the Jack 10 offsuit. That is our hands of the week and our hand of the week. You heard that? The Jack 10 offsuit. He found a way to get 3 bets in on the flop with no pair, no draw. He found a way to call the turn after the guy 3-bet it with no pair, no draw, and called the river $1,000 with Jack 10 high. God bless you. We're talking about also my week in online poker. That's right. In case you didn't know, I had a monster week in online poker. That's because I've changed my attitude. The new Mike is no longer I'm the unluckiest player in poker. The new Mike is positive thinking will get you there. That's right. I am not unlucky. I positively will win. I have changed my attitude, in which time I have rolled off a $300,000 week online. You believe it? Neither do I. Not that I have any money left, because I just transferred it out to all those nice, wonderful people that help my lovely, beautiful self out. So, things have been good. Things will stay good. Coming up next, my favorite part of the show. We're going to have a lot of phone calls today because I wanted everyone to know the Mouthpiece is going nowhere. And we're back. Light up the lines. Let's hit it. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Who's on the phone do we have?
This is Eric from Oregon.
Eric from Oregon. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Not much. Just got a quick question for you.
Absolutely. What's up?
Does this make any sense? I'm a fairly...
Probably not. Nothing makes sense in this society nowadays, but go ahead.
Anyway, I'm a fairly consistent winning player at 2-5, no limit.
Okay.
Live in casinos.
Okay.
However, I'm pretty much a break-even player online.
Okay.
But I pretty much play small. I'm just kind of hesitant to be putting money online.
Right.
Does that make sense, or is it am I just better at reading people?
Okay, I'm going to explain this to you. I've had one losing month playing live poker my whole life in 15 years, and I think I've had one winning month in 3 years playing internet poker. Okay, but I have made a lot of adjustments, and the thing is about no limit hold'em on the internet that I've learned 2 years ago. You would have been able to have just as good a profit as you do in your live game, because I was really doing well then too. Now all the new generation of these young kids are coming up, and they have this misconception of poker, and they want to try and outplay you every hand. Well, it's very hard to actually study on the internet what somebody has when you can't see them playing no limit hold'em. So you find these kids are always raising and coming and check raising you, and it's very tough to to play the game when you can't see somebody, especially no limit. So that makes you have to play very, 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 very tight. And if you don't catch cards like me, you end up not making money. And that could be one of the reasons why you're not making money.
Well, you know, and I'm not saying that I think it's rigged or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not rigged.
I mean, it's fairly simple and pretty easy to make money for me that way, but I just haven't had really much success online. And it's not like a...
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I have probably, at one point in my life, I considered myself the unluckiest player in poker. And now, and with my new attitude, I consider myself the luckiest person in poker. But I went on a monster rush, and I'm going to talk about it later in the show. I really can't talk about it on this phone call, but this week on online poker. And it's very, very streaky, and it runs in streaks. It seems like you either win every hand or you just lose every hand. So,
Mike?
You know, that's what it is. Yeah?
Sorry to cut you off, man, but I got to go back to my...
No problem. We got to go, too. And I appreciate your call.
Anytime, man.
Take care. Thanks for calling, man. Thank you. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Who's on the phone here?
This is Tam from Montreal.
Tam from Montreal. How you doing, buddy?
All right, you?
I'm doing fantastic. As good as you'll ever hear me sound or feel.
I'm sorry?
I'm doing the best you're ever going to know me to be. That's how happy I am.
That's great. That sounds good.
You know.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I play a lot of online poker.
Yep.
And I get a lot of grief for my girlfriend because she keeps saying that it's I'm gambling. What would be the best rebuttal for that?
Well, you are gambling, but it depends. What kind of games do you play?
Mostly tournaments.
Mostly tournaments. What I mean, you've probably been successful, haven't you?
5% ROI.
Yeah. You know, tell her, hey, this is what I enjoy to do. This is fun. I enjoy playing poker. I'm going to win, and I have a belief in my abilities to win. And when you win, you say, see, I told you so. And then she won't be saying that anymore, will she? Let me tell you a story. When I quit my job as a poker dealer 12 years ago, my mom cursed me out, told me everything in the world. Are you crazy to give up a job like this? I will never lend you a quarter when you're the dumbest idiot in the world. And when I made millions and became famous, now all she talks about is wants to be at every one of my poker tournaments. So that's what you got to talk to your girlfriend into believing. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
All right. Well, I appreciate the phone call. Call anytime, okay?
Thanks, Mike.
Have a great one. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. What's going on? Who's this?
Hey, it's Aaron from New York.
Aaron from New York. How you doing today? We're doing our special Mouthpiece edition here at the famous Bellagio Hotel, where the WPT Championship is currently in its last phases. What's going on?
Not too much. How you doing?
I am doing as good as I could ever say I'm doing. So that's doing good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm doing a fucking 11. How's that sound?
That doesn't sound too good.
It doesn't? I'm doing great. What's going on?
Alright, I had a question about a hand I played last week. I wanted to see what you thought about it.
I'm going to let you know if you played it like shit or you played it good. So tell me how it went.
Alright, so I was playing 5-10 out at the Bellagio on AC.
Okay.
And I've been playing for like an hour.
The Bellagio? They have a Bellagio in Atlantic City?
Oh, I meant the Borgata. Sorry.
All right. You had me really thinking that I had finally lost my mind. But hold it. All right, I'm together. He said Borgata. Okay, go ahead, buddy.
I've been playing for like an hour at 5-10. It was like maybe 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning.
Wow, so you got up at like 5 in the morning to play poker, and that's pretty. Normally, I'm like been up for 12 hours playing poker by 5 a.m. But that's impressive. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I just got into the 5-10 table. I've been playing 2-5 for most of the night.
All right, that's good. Were you stuck when you got to the 5-10 table and you were moving up to try and get out, or were you winning and you moved on?
I was stuck a little bit, probably about $1,000, but it had just been a long night. Not much going on at the
That's all right.
table side.
All right, so go ahead. Let's get to the hand.
All right, so someone in like probably under the gun. I think he was under the gun, raises to 40, and I haven't seen him play much. He just sat down probably about 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
And one other caller, I'm in about middle position.
Okay.
And I call with 9-8 suited.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. How deep? How much were you playing in front of you? How much did you have in front of you, and how much did he have in front of him?
He had about 1,500. I had about a little over 1,000.
Oh, that's fine. That's all good. Good. So go ahead.
So it goes around. There's only 3 of us in the hand with the original raiser acting first, and the flop comes 10 high with 2 clubs, which I have 9-8 of clubs.
Okay.
So it's like a 10. It's like a 10-5 deuce with 2 clubs.
Okay.
And he goes ahead and bets out about $100. He bets $100.
So you call.
And so the other guy mucks his hand, and I end up calling.
Okay.
And so the next card comes, and it's a jack of hearts.
Okay.
So now I got the open ender, and I got the flush draw, and he bets out 225. And
okay, I would have gone in the tank. I would have gone in the tank right there, and I really, I would try and hide the fact that I'm on a draw and make it look like I'm debating a call with a 10 or debating a call with something big. You have to somehow disguise your hand there. But because of the fact he's 1,500 deep there, and you have an open end and a flush draw, I would call, but make sure you disguise yourself well so he doesn't think, oh God, he's definitely got a flush draw. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you end up doing?
That's kind of what I did. Yeah, that's kind of what I did. Basically, I thought about it for a little while. I decided right away pretty much that I was at least going to call, but I thought maybe I should have shoved there after what happened in the hand.
No.
But I ended up just calling, so you'd say just call is the right answer there?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so the river comes off, and it's a 6 of clubs.
Okay.
So I catch my flush. He kind of gives like a disgusted look, but not too like obvious, and just ends up checking it, which I didn't think much of at first. Like I thought, because I didn't know what kind of player he was. If he
it don't make a difference. When he checks it to you, I would have gone in the tank and bet about 200. Make it look like you're scared of the flush.
Yeah, I ended up thinking for a couple of seconds. Maybe I probably didn't think as long as you said I should, but I thought for a couple of seconds, bet out 300, and he instantly went all in. And so I was pretty sure he had the nut flush.
Wow. And then, he check raised you all in on the river?
Yeah. Well, I only had like 250 less. I bet 300, and he shoved in over the top.
And he had the nut flush?
Yeah, he had like ace-7 of clubs. So.
You want me to be honest with you? You did nothing wrong. Yeah.
All right.
Let me explain something to you. First of all, you have a fucking idiot that raised up front and no limit hold'em with ace-7, so he's a fucking idiot already. Number 2.
Right.
Number 2, anybody who's capable of check raising the river, okay, knowing the guy's going to bet, I mean, you have to have made a flush there to bet. So it's such a horrible check on his part. Okay?
Right.
I mean, and there's almost no way, like, if you disguise your hand like you said you did, he could almost put you, and he's holding clubs, and he could put you on a flush draw. So would you go and broke in the hand? I think you did nothing wrong. I give the guy credit for reading you as a flush draw and letting you check raising you there. But I think it's a horrible check because if you don't make the clubs, he gets nothing. Yet if you have a made hand and he has a nut flush and he bets like 200, you're going to shove it all in right there. You understand what I'm saying? So be happy with yourself. I think you played the hand real well and just got f***ed. All right, man. Thanks for calling. Call me anytime.
All right, thanks.
Later. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What's up?
Hey, Mike. What's going on, man? It's Mark calling from Canada. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How'd you do in that tournament?
Well, I had good results and bad results. Day 1, I played A+ poker as I drew the worst table. Well, I really don't want to talk so much about it because I'm going to talk a lot about it on the up part of the show. It's more of less of it in a conversation. But let's just say I didn't cash. But you will hear about what exactly happened during the tournament when you watch the show later on tonight. So, what? You got any questions for me?
Yeah. Any word on High Stakes Poker Season 5?
There is no more high stakes poker until somebody else picks it up. And it's not looking like the Game Show Network is. I'm really not supposed to talk about it too much, but major problems with the Game Show Network and agreeing with the high stakes poker, and same thing. I heard that the WPT might only be with them for 1 year too. So it's as of right now, high stakes poker is canceled for season 5, but there is going to be a season 1 of NBC High Stakes Cash, which is going to be just like High Stakes Poker. It's already been filmed, and so it'll be on the NBC Poker After Dark, High Stakes Poker.
Were you in it?
No. I had a surgery I hadn't done on myself, and I couldn't quite make it. And so their ratings will be. Their ratings are going to have to be kind of down. And well, that was one reason why I couldn't quite make it, and another reason why is somehow, some way they had a lineup put in, and I wasn't in it. But they told me after I went berserk about me not being in it that I'm in it. And then all of a sudden I had to have the surgery done and decided, you know what, I need to rest, so I was out of it.
Yeah, sure.
So anyhow, I got another call. I appreciate the call.
Thanks for your time.
And check out the show tonight. It's going to be a real good show, and there's going to be a lot I'm going to be talking about. And call me anytime, all right?
Thanks, man.
Later.
All right, take it easy.
All right, you there, buddy?
Yeah, man, this is Andrew. What's up?
Andrew, what's up, man? We got we got my. I'm going to start this over real quick here because my camera guy here is a fucking jack-off. Hold on 1 second here.
Okay.
All right. You ready, you fuckhead?
You're good.
You can put this in on the cut, you idiot. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. Who's this?
This is Andrew Lear calling from North Dakota. What's up?
Andrew, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, I just had a few questions. I had a question for you about heads-up play.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to know what your opinion was
Well, heads up what? No limit hold'em?
Yeah, no limit hold'em.
All right, we got to start with the game before we can go any farther. Go ahead.
Okay. My question is, how do you go into play versus, a guy like Daniel Negreanu heads up versus a Phil Ivey heads up? Because they're both very aggressive. What do you do differently?
Well, the truth of the matter is they're not aggressive. It depends. Are you talking cash game or are you talking tournament head up? See, if it's tournament head up, they both play completely opposite head up styles. Daniel wants to play small pots in a head up tournament, okay, and keep the pot size small where he could try and outplay you on the flop. Where Phil's going to try and force the action and make you play a little bit bigger flops. Now, if it's a cash game, now they're both going to play aggressive. And how I play against them and they do both play quite a bit alike, is I like to make them believe that I'm weak tight and they're robbing me every hand. And I want them to believe in their mind that they're robbing me every hand. And once you get somebody to believe they're robbing you every hand, that's how you could get a nice hand and shove it right up their fucking ass. And then after they think they can rob you for a while, you can easily also pull off a big bluff because you're looking like you're letting them rob them, and now all of a sudden you've thrown away a lot of hand out of hand, and now you mix it up. So what I do is what I always tell people: play tight and careful against the aggressive player, and play aggressive against the tight player. Now, play aggressive against the tight player. That's not the great poker player, but don't play aggressive against the tight player that is looking to pick you off. Because I play a lot like Phil Hellmuth does, as far as trying to keep the pot small and trap you and make you believe that you could just rob me. Because nobody can ever just rob me. If they think they're robbing me, they got a complete misconception of what they think they're doing. So that's how I play against them.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, man. I appreciate the call, and we got our little Jerry curl setup here over at the Bellagio, and so it's a little bit different setup today, and so that's why we had a little mix-up at the beginning, and I appreciate the call.
Right.
Have a good one.
You, man.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece.
welcome to the Mouthpiece.
Hey, man, I got one thing to say to you. Who's this?
Adam from New York. How are you?
Wait a minute, didn't you just call Adam from New York? No, we had another Adam from... I'm all screwed up. Adam from New York, you need to hold your ass on because I need a drink of water because the phones have been ringing non-friggin' stop. And my stupid ass cameraman, I asked him to give me a bottle of water 50 times and he still ain't brought it to me. So you're going to have to hold your ass on, my good friend Adam from New York, because if I don't get a drink, I'm going to probably die from like something. Now what are you doing?
Well, if you die,
give me my water, damn it! All right. What is this f***ing warm water? You can't open that? There's no water? I want a cold bottle of water for my friend Adam here.
I'll take the Fiji.
Take the Fiji.
I want the Fiji.
Welcome to the what's the name of the show? The Mouthpiece. What's going on?
Not much, man. How you doing?
This is you're our last caller of the night, by the way. So
right.
you're gonna make this a memorable call. What's your name?
My name is JR from California.
JR from California. What's going on, bud?
Not much, man. How you doing, Mike?
I am doing really well. Really well.
Great. I guess,
What's that, buddy?
I said I guess Hanson's doing really well.
Well, yeah. If you read all the updates, I guess he's really playing really great. I mean, he only puts his money in with the worst 10, 8 out of every 10 hands, and wins them all. So yeah, I guess if I could put all my money in against like the most solid player in the tournament with 2 6s on a 4-4 deuce flop or deuce 4 flop, you know, and knowing the other guy's got an overpair, and roll a 6 off for $1.5 million, I guess I'm playing well. Or if Robert or Ms. Rossi could raise under the gun, or Gus Hansen could raise under the gun with ace-3 of diamonds for $120,000, and Mike Binger on the button could ship $650,000 for his tournament life, and he could call $500,000 more with ace-3. Then yeah, I guess he's a great player because there's no way he's not 3-1 dog, and he just win every hand.
I guess you can play every hand and suck out at least.
I guess you could call a raise with every hand if you're going to hit every flop. Okay? I mean, I guess if you know with TJ Cludio yesterday at $700,000 hadn't played a hand in 3 rounds and raises right up under the gun, I guess you could just have no problem calling $120,000 with 6-3 offsuit in the big blind, knowing you're going to flop 2 pair and get your money in only 60-40 favorite and hope it holds up when you flop 2 pair by accident with your giving him 20% of the chips you got. Yeah, you're a great player. You're a great fucking player. Okay? You know? That's it. That's why after Gus wins this, we're going to hear about how he dominates tournament poker. He won this. Give the guy the credit. I give him fucking shit when you look at the fucking updates. Okay? Show me the update where he puts his money in with the best hand ever, okay, for big, huge chunks. We're not talking like we're talking big, huge chunks. Oh, and by the way, how about 2 days ago when Tim Pham put a bullet in his head with ace-queen on the second to last hand of the night? Did he really think that Gus is making a play at him, $150,000 re-raise on the second to last hand of the night, on top of his under the gun?
I think that was the ace-king. Yeah.
He called it a $120,000 re-raise from an under the gun with ace-queen, where Gus, minimum ace-king if not big pair, right? And when Gus bets the ace-3-4 flop after he called the big raise, you could bet it's ace-king. I mean, for him to have even check raised all in there, that was catastrophic. He had average chips for the final table, and he f***ing buried himself with 55 people to go. That was a joke. That's how Gus gets all the chips, by the way. We got to go. Thanks for calling, buddy.
All right, thank you. Now, hopefully I'll see you at the World Series this year.
You got it. Well, I hope I covered everything I said I was going to cover. If I didn't cover everything I said I was going to cover, I missed something. No. I hope you've enjoyed our show today. It's been fun being back. I'm Mike The Mouth Matusow from The Mouthpiece for Poker Savvy Plus, FullTiltPoker.com. Thanks a lot. Later. All right. she wrote. Our light just went out as our cameraman kicked it over and broke it. Says Mike the Mouth, unless you can see me, I'm in the dark. See ya.
Oh, shit.
That was funny as fuck.
That was funny.
It's gonna be great.